Hey, Mike Callahan here with a quick example how to use email link goals and basically segment your customer list for a targeted upsell of ancillary services that have a higher profit margin value. So the example here is going to be for the lawn care industry for lawn mowing. A lot of companies sell lawn mowing as their quote unquote gateway drug with the anticipation of upselling fertilization and weed control, which has a higher profit margin. So as you can imagine here, we have a tag that basically says they are a lawn mowing customer. So we're going to set the automation goals to if they are a lawn mowing customer and don't have the tag for fertilization and weed control, they're entered into this automation. We're going to automatically send them an upsell email for fertilization and weed control. As you can see by the image here, we're sending an email and we're also applying a tag that let us know that they are the recipient of this email. So these tags are very important so we can segment and search where each client is in this life cycle of the upsell. And a email link goal, which I'm going to show you what it is and how to set it up at the end of the video, basically is a link that you build out in your SAA or Service Autopilot application. And if they click the link, it will apply a tag. So if they click the upsell opportunity, it sends them up here, it applies a tag, they've met the email link goal, and we're sending them to an upsell opportunity for fertilization and weed control. If they did not open it after a preset determined time, we are going to automatically send them another email. And this will be attempt number 1 to get them to open it after the original email. We're going to apply a tag to make sure we know that this is where they're at in the customer lifecycle. If they do now click this link, it is going to apply a tag and shoot them up here to the upsell opportunity. But they have not opened this email before this timer goes off. So say 2 days, we are going to send them attempt number 2 and say, hey, potential client, we really think you need to open this email about fertilization and weed control. And at this point, again, in the email, if they click the link for the upsell opportunity, it shoots them up and they get to the offer. We also apply a tag to let us know where they're at. So they're at attempt number 2 for fertilization and weed control upsell. There's an additional timer here that in another 2 days, basically, if they don't open attempt number 2, it is going to send a to-do in Service Autopilot for our office staff to call them. It's also going to apply a tag to let us know where they're at in the customer lifecycle, that they had just basically created a to-do and completed a to-do for a phone call. If they did not answer and we left them a voicemail and there's no response, or if they said they're not interested, we're going to apply another tag that says no response or not interested. And this is going to put them into a long-term nurture of 3 months. And basically what a long-term nurture is just an educational, non-sales forward approach to educate them about the benefits of fertilization and weed control and how it should be done and what you should expect when a professional does this. So we're going to send out a series of 3 emails here. We're going to tag each one so we know each email was sent and where they're at. And at a timer of 3 months, we're going to apply a to-do with a tag associated with it to call back this consumer to say, hey, we're just giving you a shout to see if you're interested in fertilization and weed control, and if you found the information that we sent you, interesting and helpful. In addition, when we start this long-term nurture, the other reason we want to use tags is we want to segment all the people that had a no response or were not interested. And if you buy into Facebook advertising, we can export a list based on that tag of people that did not engage in our upsell, and we're going to create a Facebook custom audience to retarget advertising to these people. Over the next 3 months, based on this tag, we have a custom audience of all the people that did not buy our upsell. So now we're going to retarget them in their Facebook feed with paid advertising about more educational things regarding fertilization and weed control provided by our company. And on some of these, we may offer the option to hit a landing page with an embedded Service Autopilot form to capture their information. And once they opt into this, we're going to apply a tag to let us know that that's where the sale came from. And at this point, we can offer the sell, or we can offer to segment them and remarket them in other services based on their interest, or fulfill a job that was sold off the landing page. So ideally, if we have no response or no sale, we're going to hit them with long-term nurture that's educational, and then we're going to supplement that with a Facebook custom audience that's exported out of Service Autopilot based on this tag, and we're going to apply a secondary tag that we've exported them into a custom list, and we're going to retarget them with educational, great content on Facebook to drive them to a landing page to hopefully have them buy the upsell. And once they do buy the upsell, we are going to tag them whether they bought or did not buy, and either we segment them as hitting the landing page and did not buy, or hitting the landing page and they need the upsell fulfillment. So as you can see, we can tackle the whole customer life cycle in this very simple flow diagram. This is only a very small portion of it, but by using email link goals and segmenting your customer where they're at in the customer life cycle, we can track if they open the upsell email and push them right to the offer, and if they haven't, we can follow up several times to make sure they do open it. If they don't open the email offer, we can create a to-do to create a phone call, and if they don't buy or if there's no response, we can drop them into a long-term educational nurture here. And also, based on this tag, we can create an exported list and upload it into Facebook to create a custom audience that we're going to retarget with Facebook advertising, driving them to a landing page with a Service Autopilot embedded form to hopefully close the sale on the upsell. So I'm going to hop into email links real quick to show you what an email link looks like before I finalize this video. So you are going to go to CRM settings, scroll down to email links, and you are going to add an email link. You're going to name it. The email text is what actually they click on. So this would say, click here for our FERT special. And this would be the link to your landing page or your SA form embedded in the back end of your website that you would drive them to actually make that happen. If you're not using an SA form, some other things you may want to use are lead pages or Unbounce, where you can actually make custom web page or landing pages with a monthly subscription. But I would try to keep this all on SA and use their published form here. And then the next thing, once you set this up and so this is the link text is what they see in the email. When they click on it, it directs them to this URL, and the actions it's going to apply or remove a tag. And in this event, you want to apply a tag, create the tag here, and now you've segmented them for either they've clicked or not clicked that email link goal. If you have any questions, drop them below, but this is how you can segment your customers through a very simple process for upsells using email link goals. And if they do not click the link goal, we can have several attempts to sell them. And if they don't, we're going to segment them into a long-term nurture. And based on tags following them throughout the system, we can export that list to Facebook, create a custom audience, and retarget them through Facebook, driving them back through a landing page with an embedded Service Autopilot form to hopefully close the sale over the next 3 months in the long-term nurture. So if you have any questions, drop them below, and I hope this was helpful.